welcome back to the Noob Journey on Xbox One. Today we are in Russia for round number four. Yeah, it is 4, I think. Yes, yeah. And as you can hear, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend. It's Rickson. How are you doing tonight, pal?
I am fantastic, mate. And I've just seen Factual Impala sideways. So early on, we're in Russia, mate. First time, I believe, since Season 1 that we've been in Russia, for obvious reasons. So it's good to be back. A very high speed track, which means hopefully, Trick, we see a lot of overtakes.
Hopefully, Rickson. But of course, there's a lot of track limit problems. As Great Dragon has
I've just seen what happened. So he was in front of Factual, and I think he just binned it. All honesty, I think he just fucked up.
Oh dear. But yeah, a lot of it's gonna be a lot of problems with corner cutting here in Russia, and we'll have to wait and see if it can beat season 1's race, because that was just something else, Rick.
Yeah, I mean,
so we'll have to wait and see if that.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a part of Season 1. I do remember fondly me getting around the formation lap fine, and then pulling up onto the grid in my grid's slot, and I just lagged out, and that was right before my win around Spain. So if I could have got a good result around there, I could have had a decent couple load of points from those two races. But that's behind us now, True. Looking forward into this race, we've already had 2 retirees, as Gods has binned it, proving that actually, although this track has a lot of straights, very easy, should I say, to crash out and lose tyres, as really there isn't much of a runoff down the straights anyway. And this is the Noob Journey. We aren't your typical racing league, so even straights can be very, very hard for these boys.
Yeah, exactly, Rickson. But
hello, everyone, and welcome to the Noob Journey Season 3, Round 4 qualifying. We are in Russia for this one, and I am the guest commentator for this. I've been tasked with the honour of guest commentating the quality driving that we are likely to see in this qualifying session. I am, of course, if you don't know me, Into the Barrier, famed for my ability. Sorry, no, let me rephrase that. Famed for my lack of ability on the F1 game. So where better to start than with a Noob Journey qualifying session, and we've got Factual Impala off already. That didn't last very long. Oh no, he might just be letting people through. So obviously this is the final qualifying session. So we are gunning for pole here, as Factual Impala was letting people through there. So that's actually fair driving from him, to be honest. But things are looking okay so far, and we've lasted 30 seconds so far with this session, and that's a positive. The irony is most of these drivers will be better than me at the game, as they're all demonstrating, because if you've ever seen me try and race without assists, oh dear, that happens. I retire from the game. Gods has bottled it already, and he's not even the first one to go. Great Dragon also has retired. This is panning out as you'd expect. So we've got we're now looking at that stricken Force India car that's clearly had a bit of a moment in the end of Sector 2, as we're still waiting for a competitive lap time, actually. So we're now following Unzi, who's gone. Well, that's not the right way to go about that corner, and some nerd 42 is coming through in his Red Bull over the line, and it's 1:45, but Charlie ahead of him there has just done a 1:40, which is a scintillating lap time, it must be said. He's really on the ball there, which is absolutely ideal. Here he is coming through again, I think. Oh no, this must be a replay of what we've just seen, and that confirms it. It's an excellent lap time from Charlie there. He's going to be right up in contention. I mean, the last time I tried Russia with no assists, we're talking sub 2 minutes for me, really. And that's a very bad day for the Williams there. He's gone straight on at a corner and he's out. That's a bad one, but there we are. We're moving on with the session now to the final few minutes, and we've had a couple of faster times than Charlie's there. Sasemba has just set a blistering 1:30 something, but that's just been absolutely annihilated by FRT Turtle 65 with a minute and a half to go. He's done a 1:30, I think that says 8. It's very difficult. No, 1:36. That's incredible. That was me clapping, just to confirm, just before anyone gets any ideas. And we've got more cars. About half the field is retired at this point. But it's rather rich of me to laugh sat here in the commentary box. If I was on track, it would be straight into the walls. That's not the correct way to go around that corner. But the Mercedes has recovered. We've got cars all over the place in this qualifying session. He's just... No, he's parked up. He's had enough of this one. So have we still got in the session? No, we haven't got anyone in the session. The session's all over. And it's a 1:36. That 1:36 from FRT Turtle that takes pole position from Unzi, who was 2.2 seconds back, which in F1 time, that's lifetimes really. No one can touch the Turtle, which is quite ironic because they're not exactly famed for their speed. But he's certainly shown everyone up here. A lot of cars way off the pace. You've got to say Rewinds was that 2:10. He's not going to be troubling the front men with that sort of pace. And obviously a couple at the bottom there that crashed out almost immediately. But that wraps up this session. I think we can say that Turtle is the man to beat ahead of the race tomorrow.
So here we are for the race. It looks like it's dry friction for once, but quickly before we start, I want to get your predictions for the race. You've got 27 seconds.
Well, it looks like this FRT Turtle guy who is new, he's going to win because he's ridiculously quick. As you saw, I sent him a little cheeky message telling him to leave so he can fuck off. I'm going to go for Ken second, and I'm going to go for Unzi third. What about you? You got 10 seconds.
Ken, Unzi, and surprise podium Charlie.
Oh, I like that surprise podium
7 seconds ago.
Jeez.
We do like Charlie in the Noob Journey.
We do.
So here we go.
God, I've never spoke so quick in my life.
Okay. 3, 4, 5 red lights for the Russian Grand Prix. And away we go. A massively delayed start there, but Unzi...
Oh, there's a big crash already at the back. Oh, this so... Oh, Corsa sideways off the start! Oh, what a shame. Gods Among Us retired from the session early on. Corsa's stone dead last, but VRT Turtle manages to hold his obvious race win. He's going to definitely dominate here, so we will disregard him. Overrated Llama makes a lovely move on Charlie, round the outside choke, into the long swooping left. They're side by side now going in to turn number 4. Round the outside, Charlie holds it just ahead of Overrated Llama. It looks like Charlie's got the position back, but it's not over yet. Butch's Crackius in the background. All very, very early on the brakes from Overrated Llama as Charlie, second place in these early stages.
This is incredible. And then Butch's got up the inside of some nerd. Oh, he doesn't get to pull it off there, but he's sideways as well. He's also placed to Faction Parlor and Great Dragon, one of the newer drivers. Let's contact with Great Dragon. Oh no! They're all over the place, Rickson here. I'm thinking God has retired from the session. What's happened? Oh, he's binned it.
That's very unfortunate. Charlie is in the race lead because we're disregarding Turtle because he's a complete liar. So we're disregarding VRT Turtle, and Charlie is winning a Noob Journey race. Oh, he's been shunted! He's in the wall! Oh, he just saves it! Overrated Llama hit him from behind cheek. It looks like he's just saved his car from losing 2 wheels. Very, very nice from Charlie.
Yeah, what a start, Rickson. The people all over, but December's down in 7th place after starting in P2, Rickson. So he's way down at the moment, but Charlie back down to 4th. He's got VS Rewinds, who's had a great start here, behind with Unzi in 6th. Ken 7th, Faction Pilot 8th,
oh,
Dragon in 9th.
Some nerds just made a very eager move there on Overrated Llama. Tried like a dive bomb almost into the last corner, ran out of room, so they both ran wide. Looks like Overrated Llama and some nerd playing it very clean, as you would hope. Oh, I say that, and Overrated Llama gives him a nice little shove, gives him the hurry up, let's say, and it's currently some nerd in the race lead with Overrated Llama in 2nd, Duke. Oh boy! Oh god, the lag! Oh, Overrated Llama's out. That was very weird. What happened there? Overrated Llama. The lag is really affecting this race. I think it is my host, but I'm unsure. As Overrated Llama was on the brakes a little bit too late, and the lag from some nerd must have slowed him down there. But Charlie up the inside of VS Rewinds, and it looks like he's got that move done, Chook. So much hectic racing here. If you throw in some lag as they go 3 wide, Chook here. Can't believe what I'm seeing. Charlie defending well. He's not used to being in the dizzying heights of P3, but it looks like Rewinds has managed to put it up his inside, gets a very bad run, and they're 3 wide, Chook, in the Noob Journey. This can only go one way. And it looks like that battle's over now as Unzi, in his typical dominant form. Oh, and they go side by side with the Toro Rosso of Rewinds. Hits the apex, very nice, runs a little bit wide. Unzi with the switchback move though. And he keeps his P3 to Rewind's P4, Chook. Oh, Charlie goes up the inside and overshoots the corner massively and sees himself plough into the wall. Luckily he doesn't lose his front wing though, Chook. And 3 cars down already on lap 3 of this Noob Journey race.
Jeez, what a frantic battle for 3rd place, Rick. And this has given some nerd a big lead now. He's got 3 seconds. Oh, that's dropped down to 2.8 now, but over Unzi. So Unzi will catch him now. But Unzi does have front wing damage. He did hit the back of Charlie on lap number 2 there, but DRS is now enabled as well. So, and Sema's got ahead of Charlie because he went wide. Factual is battling with Great Dragon and Jonesy. It's three wide almost for 7th place. Oh, Dragon's got the inside, done the inside of Factory, and Parla going into turn 2 and just about pulls it off there. What a great move. And Jonesy is coming into play as well. Factory's going to have to be careful around this big sweeping corner. He's going wide. Can Jonesy put it up the inside? Jonesy does put it up the inside, but Factory has the inside line to the next corner. Can Jonesy do it? No. Factory's gone wide though. And Factual's off Rickson, and he's back down to 9th place. Oh, that was hectic.
Jeez, man. I mean, we do like to share the commentary here, but it's very, very difficult to. As the battle seems to be lasting pretty much a whole lap. VS Rewinds on the back of Unzi now. Not going to make his life easy for him, as it seems to have been relatively easy for him so far this season. One of the new drivers to season 3. It looks like Charlie and December are scrapping like no tomorrow. Obviously your former teammate and seasoned vet Charlie battling out here as Charlie actually gets the move done on Ken, and that is, I'll tell you what, that is one thing surprising as Unzi's ran massively wide and we've got another 3-car battle, Chook. Unbelievable scenes.
This is brilliant racing, Rickson, and hopefully it stays dry because I want to see it continue going. But yeah, Ken is all over the back of Charlie, and like you said, Unzi is there's Unzi comes into the pits, Rickson. Unzi is in the pits. It looks like he's going to get a front wing change and change onto a harder set of tyres to go to the end. And he almost pretty much stopped on the pit line there to make sure he didn't get a penalty. But yeah, I'm going to predict he's going in the pits. And Bottias binned it as well around turn 2 as well, Rickson. So he's having a bit of a nightmare. And yeah, Jonesy and Great Dragon going past. Jonesy in the DRS on to the main straight here. Will he put it on the inside? Dragon goes defensive. Will Jonesy pop it down the inside? No, he doesn't, but Great Dragon just about makes turn 2. Oh, they're both cutting that. The one thing we'll have to watch, Rickson, is penalties, because it's going to be penalty galore at Russia with the corner cuts.
Yeah, I mean, Russia is it's not a very difficult track, but it's very, especially on strict, it's very, very difficult to dodge those penalties, as Unzi finds himself in P9 battling with Corsa, and Corsa now on those super soft tyres. Battling Unzi was also on the super soft tyres. Unzi's tyres obviously 4 laps the fresher, but we're looking as Buttias is having an absolute shocker. I'll tell you that. Season 1 vet, he's still as bad as always, which is what we like to see. You are meant to get better, but Buttias, I don't think he got that memo, as everybody else seems to be getting better. Buttias, not so much. He hasn't got a front wing though, that could play a part in why he's so bad today. But, it's all very quiet on track. We're getting this Noob Journey lock-up, as we usually get, where everybody's out of a second, so nobody can get DRS on anyone, but gaps are closing. There's it looks like Rewind has binned it in Sector 3, Chook, and he's lost. He's going to lose 3 positions as Great Dragon. No, it's not, sorry. As is that December? No, a back marker gets past him in a Red Bull. So, unfortunately for VS Rewinds, little slip up there, a little bit of oversteer. Sees himself spinning in circles as some nerd, our race leader, comes in the pits to go from the Ultras to the Super Softs, Chook.
Yeah, I think Charlie's going to try and do the overcut and try and get both of these guys. He's going to have to absolutely bolt it on lap number 6. Unfortunately, can't see the tyre wear, but if he's quick enough... Oh, he's gone wide and he almost round there, so he might lose it. But Great Dragon is also going around and doing... staying up for another lap. Really depends how well these guys have managed their tyres, but it is the Noob Journey. These guys aren't fantastic on tyre wear. Sort of listen to Jeff and sees what he says, really. But Charlie up into first place at the moment, with Great Dragon in second. And some nerd is come out the pits in 4th. Who else have we got pitted? Unzi, Corsa. No, Corsa was there already. The Corsa is an absolute nightmare. I don't think he's going to be able to hold those super softs to the end of the race, Rickson. So, after coming second in Canada, Rickson...
I'm not sure what happened there, mate. But, yeah, it's unfortunate for Corsa. I've just been on board, flicking through the grid, and I've jumped on board with Great Dragon, who is currently behind some nerd, but was... in P3, and he's having a really tough time on those ultra softs. So maybe staying up one lap wasn't the best plan for him, as he's running wide every corner now. So I'm not sure if he's having issues. It looks like he's missing maybe a tiny bit of wing. Yes, he is. He's missing a little bit of wing, so that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for him. So some nerd dominant performance at the moment. Sorry, 20 seconds, well 19 seconds. Back from Charlie now. I'm not sure how long the pit lane is here in Russia. Oh my days, Great Dragon locking up all wheels there and going straight into the barrier. And so Chu, obviously your pre-race prediction, I'm pretty sure you had Ken to win. It's not looking good. He's in P8 as Unzi overtakes Great Dragon, as I think it's time for him to come into the pits. Is he going to do it?
Yeah,
is he going to?
Definitely.
There he is. So he took his time, but he's in the pits. It means Corsa going to move up into P5, and looks like Charlie couldn't get the jump on some nerd as he's in the pits. He's just coming out the pits now. He's going to have a race on his hands against Unzi, as Unzi is down the back straight. Is Charlie going to get out? Yes, he does, just about. But he's got very, very stiff... what's the word?
September's binned it. September's binned it, Rickson.
Oh,
September's binned it on round turn 1. Wow,
that's a shock.
Mr. Consistent has binned it.
You may want to jump on board with this battle here between Buttius, Crackius, the Backmarker, Jonesy, and Factual Impala. Now, I'm not sure what's wrong with Buttius Crackius, but he's struggling. But he still wants a battle. He must have done something with his settings. He's got to have changed something, because he's never usually 2 minutes off the pace. Comes into the pits a minute ahead. Just unbelievable. If you know you're too quick, don't sign up. It's annoying for us. It's annoying for the drivers. But enough of that shit. We've got a battle on our hands. We did have a battle. Jonesy overtakes Ken like he's not even there. Just right up his inside, like he wasn't even moving. Very nice move. Finds himself up into P7. Disappointing outing for Ken Chuk. I'm not sure what else he can do from P8 to find himself some more points, as he's pushing for the title this season. And races like these aren't going to help him do that, Chuk.
Yeah, exactly. You would have thought Ken would be, he's Mr. Consistent to us, and you would have thought he'd been fine. But yeah, I don't know what. He came, second in season 1, and I don't know what's going on today. Maybe he's had one too many cigarettes or one too many beers. Maybe I'm not quite sure.
Definitely beers.
Yeah, he's binned it. But Corsa is definitely beers, isn't it? Yeah, one too many Amstels maybe. But Corsa is. I think Corsa might be trying to go to the end. He's got 4 laps to go. Unfortunately, we can't see the tyre wear, but he could do it. Maybe. You might be able to salvage something.
Unzi's
but Charlie is gaining on some nerd there as well.
In the pits, just comment on there. He's coming back in for another wing change onto the ultra soft tyres. No points for the fastest lap, but you might as well do it for pride, mate. I do rate that a lot. As Ken finds himself in the pits as well, front wing change onto the ultra soft tyres. They're going to get points. If you finish at this point, you're going to get points. So, well done to all the boys who are currently still out on track. I think the headline of this race, Charlie finds himself P2. repeat second place.
I think you got to get the some nerd as well, Ricks. And he, at one point, we did label him the Alex Degu season 3, and he's now in first place.
I'll tell you what, we will never see Alex Degu in second. We will tell you that now. Well, first, even second, we'll never see him in second. So some nerd. We might have to change his name to something else, maybe to the Pepsi Max of season 3.
Yeah,
maybe.
He needs to be a little bit more consistent to get that title first, Rickson. But Charlie is gaining on some nerd. 3 laps to go. He's down to 4.9 seconds now. Charlie does have slightly fresher super softs, so he could potentially do it if some nerd bins it. Charlie could get his first win. Well, he will. Doesn't bin it now. He will get his first podium of the Noob Journey. Corza is being caught by rewinds now. Is he in the DRS? He might be. He's 1.026 at the moment. It is. He's 0.8 in the DRS on lap number 10. Can he make a move? He's a bit far back at the moment, but Corza does have worn tyres. Does he make a move? Doesn't look like going down into turn number 2. And I think that's 3. I'm not quite sure the track layout, but Unzi rewinds is 0.7 behind Corza now, Rickson. So Corza could lose his podium spot.
Yeah, it's the story of Corza's season is just bottle after bottle, and we're only 4 races in. So he has got a long way to go yet. There's a lot of races left to make up these things he's doing. But the Noob Journey is called the Noob Journey for a reason, Chuke. We will see people mess up like this, but that's the whole point. And you are meant to be shit, and you are meant to be good enough to eventually enter some proper leagues. That is the aim of this series. And obviously, you and me now, as much as it pains me to say, are both league racing. Along with obviously the likes of Die Hard Fan, T Quickshare, shout out to those boys, doing the Noob Journey proud in a pretty high tier AOR leagues, I believe. F2, F3.
Yeah.
So, wearing the Noob Journey flag with pride as rewinds, Chuke. Maybe this lap, maybe lap 12, sorry, he's going to make a move. Possibly. We will.
Looks like he's
find
0.5 now. Yeah, he's coming on to lap number 11 here. He's 0.5 behind Corza. He's dropped back to 0.7. He's binned the last one there a little bit, but he could potentially do it. He's 0.3 closer than last lap. Will he be able to do it? It's still a bit far back, coming down to turn number 2. No, hasn't managed to do it there. And he goes very wide as well. And I don't want to spoil it because I want to see the penalty at the end. So that'll be interesting. As Unzi gets past Faction Parlour as well.
I'm just having a quick flick through the penalties. There are a lot of penalties.
Okay.
There are a lot.
Okay, we'll wait till the end.
Yes, there are. Yes, definitely could be some places being changed in the top half, in the top 5. That's all I'll say. I'll keep you on the edge of your seat, but yeah. So rewinds now, really closing down on Corza. Corza, you know, he's not a pushover as much as he used to be. He's not a pushover. He won't go down without a fight. But I think now, he's going to have to accept his fate and rewinds with the DRS bearing down on him down the back straight. Is he going to a little bit early? Oh, a little bit early on the brakes there from the both of them. Rewinds us very well to not hit Corza. And going into sector 3, there's a back marker ahead. Is that a back marker or is that Charlie ahead of them now? But that is, I believe that's Charlie. We could see.
That is Charlie.
We know what Charlie's like. We could see a last lap 3-way scrap as VS Rewinds risking everything. He's willing to take a penalty as he had a pretty meaty corner cut there. And so falling behind. He's without the second gap Rewinds now, so he's got to make up the time. Will he overtake him before the last lap and knock Corza off the podium, or will Corza do an absolute legendary drive and come back from pretty much stone dead last and finish on the podium?
I think Corza will do it. I think he's trying to replicate what I did in season 1 with crashing on the first bend and trying to get back. Unfortunately, he's not going to get a win, but you know he's not as good as me, really. So,
oh god,
but yeah, I think he will manage to get. Well, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I think he will settle for 3rd place. I'll wait and see what penalties come up. But yeah, I think Cause at the moment has done it. He's redeemed himself. Didn't do great in qualifying, and yeah, I think he's sort of nailed 3rd place at the moment. Have to wait and see. Doesn't look like this, but he has very worn tyres though, so he's got a quarter of a lap to go. He's catching Charlie actually quite rapidly, and Charlie's also catching some nerd because it's down to 2.4 seconds. So yeah, I'll give it to you to finish it off, Rickson.
Yeah, so I'm on board with some nerd now, as it's actually lap 12, just VRT Tails so far ahead that yeah, so some nerd coming around the final corner, locking up massively. On to the final lap we go, and we are in store for some very juicy battles, I should hope, as it looks like everyone below the top 5 is now sorted in their places, as Ken's managed to overtake Factual Impala, as Jonesy, I say that, Jonesy's backwards, and Unzi, sorry, overtakes him. So Unzi sees himself up into P number 6, and looks like VRT Turtle is in Sector 3 now, so the race will be finishing very shortly for him, but we're not counting him, obviously. We're on board with the leader, some nerd, with Charlie in 2nd place, Causa in 3rd, VS Rewinds bearing down on Causa still, back within a 2nd in P5, Unzi managing to get the lucky overtake on Jonesy in P6 for that P5 spot. Semba sees himself stuck, unfortunately, down in P7, Factory Impala P8, and Great Dragon in P9. But anyway, we're on board with Charlie Chook, who is in the DR. He's just in the DRS zone, I believe. Is he going to get it? He's literally out of it by a tenth. He's got to just be outside of it. That is very unfortunate for him. Semba overtakes Jones, who's made another. He's locked up again and gone wide. It looks like Charlie's going to have to settle for P2, as some nerd, absolutely incredible drive from him. I'm not sure how he's managed to do this, but he looks like he's going to win his first Noob Journey race, and Charlie behind him going to get his first Noob Journey podium. As
Charlie pinned it! Charlie pinned it! No!
No, some nerd crosses, coming round the final corner now, crosses the line to win round number 4 of the Noob Journey, followed by Causa, followed by Rewinds, who all of 3 of them bin it into the wall afterwards. But the talking point is Charlie. Unbelievable. He was on the podium the whole race, and he finishes P5.
Oh no!
Obviously, he's clearly.
Oh no, Charlie!
As you can tell from me and Chick, he is our favourite, our fan favourite. I can't believe that. Oh, Charlie! You had 2 corners, mate.
Gobsmacked Rickson.
2 corners as Unzi comes across the line to take P5. I can't believe that. This is why you tune into the Noob Journey every week. It looks like he's just going to take the last 2 corners and finish. No, it's a Noob Journey. He can't even take the last 3. He's been doing it fine all race. That's all it takes, a tiny bit of pressure. He was on for P2. That's all it takes, Cheek. It's happened to everyone. At some point, everybody who's raced in the Noob Journey, you've had like a little, you've locked up or you've spun out, and that's cost you your race. And it's just unfortunate that today it happened to Charlie. Absolutely devastated for him, because he shows up every week and he knows the rules. He doesn't practice. He gets better by doing the races, and it's such a shame to see that happen to him. As Great Dragon P9, it's points for everyone. Great Dragon taking it very surprisingly easy. Clearly doesn't want to do with Charlie. So it looks like he's paused the game as he's being lapped by a Red Bull. As Great Dragon comes across the line now. He seems quite happy with P9, although he doesn't know it's P9, and Charlie didn't know he was on for a podium. On for 2nd place, sorry. But the standings are up now, Cheek. I still can't believe what's just happened. I can't believe it.
Oh, I know. I've just read it in our Noob Journey chat on Twitter, and he says I've officially given up. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me. But yeah, some nerd congratulations to him for the win. As a Ferrari on podium, but of course we're not counting that.
And Causa finds himself back in 2nd place. So It's unfortunate that Turtle ruined the win, because somebody could have we could have potentially had a much better race if everybody wasn't one place down. But congratulations to Some Nerd, very stellar drive. And actually, this is one of the closest races we've had. As the penalties are in now, we can have a look at the final grids. And Some Nerd takes the win. So many penalties around Russia, but that's what you're going to get. Some Nerd takes the win, Chuk, from Causa in second. Another great finish for him. VS Rewinds takes P, number 3, with Charlie. Unfortunately finds himself in P4. It kills me to say it, but P4. Still a decent showing, but it could have been better. Unzi in 5th. Sasemba in 6th. Jonesy takes 7th. Factual Impala takes 8th. And Great Dragon rounds out the finishers in P9. Good race, Chuk. Ruined, unfortunately, by VRT Turtle. And you know we aren't a serious league here, so we will name and shame.
Yes, yeah.
But great race.
What would you say your driver of the day is, Rickson?
Got to go with Charlie. As much as he bottled it, solid result. He's usually like mid-pack, but you've got to give it up to him for being able to actually, for pretty much the whole race, find himself on the podium. And when he wasn't in the top 3, Chuk, he was always trying to overtake cars and make his way back up. And he also had some great battles with the likes of Causa. So, very decent, Chuk. Who was yours?
I'm going to give it to Some Nerd. After naming him Alex Dagu Season 3, he's really turned it round. So I think we've had a little bit of practice, but it's great to see. And yeah, it definitely helps that there was more straights in this track, maybe. But I'll have to wait and see next week. But yeah, Some Nerd for my driver of the day, Rickson. Great.
So it's been another insane race here today. And obviously, you are meant to be leading this one. It looks like I'm seeing it out. Thank you all very much for watching tonight's race. It's been great to have you with us. Another insane race, as it usually is with the Noob Journey. We are we're back, and we're back in full swing now. So the videos have all caught up. So you'll make sure to follow us on Twitter. Leave that down below. Chuk, me, some of the races I'll put down below as well. You can follow those boys, and obviously the Noob Journey Twitter. Thank you all very much for watching. Shout out for Chuk for living with me in this commentary box now. We should get some sofas and some chairs in here and move in. But yeah, thank you guys very much for tuning in, and we will see you all next week, where we could possibly see some classic cars. I said it last week. I'm going to have to say it once again. I've been Rix, and thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all next time.